Hi friends and welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to talk about why do we face problems in our relationships. And relationships, I'm covering all the relationships. So it can be your husband wife, it can be a problem between husband wife, it can be a problem between you and your in-laws, it can be your relationships otherwise, your siblings, parents, friends, family, anyone, any and all relationships. Why do we face problems in relationships and how can we deal with it? What is the way to deal with those problems and kind of get over them? So before I begin the video, let's just take out one card for you guys. What is the message for viewers? Wow, this is so strange. This is the same card that kind of came for the Hindi video as well, and there was another card that came along with this, but the card is surrender to your soul's path. Your life journey has been perfectly designed for your soul's growth. Embrace every lesson and every movement, and that is why this time, at this point in time, whatever is happening in your life, whatever is the journey that you are undergoing, whether it is with problems or whether it is without problems, whether it is good or smooth ride, whether it is a bumpy ride, whatever is happening in your life, understand that your soul has chosen it, and it has chosen it because there are learnings that you have attached to it, and that is why you need to accept this as is. Don't fear, don't be afraid, don't have any negative thoughts, and know that spirit is taking care of you. Just keep on moving ahead. Your focus should only be moving ahead and learning from everything, and if your focus is that, then you're going to go towards very good times really soon. So it is kind of moving forward. So let's just talk about, first of all, let's just talk about why do we get into relationships. We are born as an individual, usually, unless there are twins, they also kind of are born in a little gap of some seconds or minutes, but we are born as an individual. Why do we get into relationships? So when we are born, slowly and gradually we start meeting people, our parents or the adults who take care of us, and then relatives, and then siblings, and then husband, wife, and then families and in-laws and all blah blah blah. We meet a lot of people in our journey. Why do we get into a relationship? Why do we meet so many people? Because we cannot learn without being around people, okay? And these are the people who are from your soul tribe. So no matter these are good or bad, they're the people who are from your own soul tribe, and these are the people who are into your life to help you learn, and similarly you are into their life to help them learn. So everybody has a learning attached to each other, and that is why for those learnings we meet people in our life, and some people have more friends or family or relatives, some people have less, but we definitely are around people always, and that's because our learnings are attached to them. Now with these relationships comes the problems also along with relationships. So there are a lot of disturbances, fights, problems, situations, anger, love, frustration, negativity that a lot of relationships of ours bring into our life. Now when these relationships are bringing into all of these things into our life, means that we have a learning attached to all of this. So no matter how negative a person or a situation or a relationship is for us, no matter how much toxic it is, it will not leave your life until you learn your lesson attached to it. And that is why you need to identify your learning, unlearn it, and then that relationship will move away from your life. Now let's just first talk about what causes the troubles in our relationship. So where do these troubles come? First is obviously the most obvious thing, expectations. We all have expectations from each other, and that is why the problems come. So what happens is that when we get into any kind of relationship, or we are into the natural relationships, we are born with our parents, our siblings, we have expectations from them and they have expectations from us. Now usually it is very much not possible for every person to actually fulfill or complete every expectation of everybody, and that is why expectation is a cause of a problem. Now why do you expect from other people? Because you don't love yourself enough. So you don't expect a lot of things from your own self, but you expect the other people to complete you, which is actually not the right thing to do. So that is why it is very important that you stop expecting. Another reason for expectation is the princess tales, the stories that we listen, that like happily ever after, no problems at all, person is always taken care of, a partner is like that, a sibling is like that, or those stories are there. We've already created those stories in our mind, and we want to live those stories in reality. But to create those stories in reality, the first person that can make you happy is you. And when you start learning that, the expectations start becoming less, and when expectations become less, that is when relationships become better. Now there is a lot more than it. Second reason is trying to fit in. So what happens is, whenever we get into any kind of relationship, and that relationship is a new relationship for us, whether it is marriage, whether it is through boyfriend, girlfriend, friendships, anything, that relationship is a new relationship for us. We try to fit into that zone, that area. And when we try to fit in, we try to act like other people in it, or we try to act as to how other people would want us to do things. What happens is that we forget that this is something that we can do temporarily. We cannot do this for a long time. But because we are into a relationship which is a long-term relationship, and we have already set the particular expectation for the other people, while trying to fit in, those things become problems for us, because we can do that for a while, but we cannot do that for a long time, for the whole life. That is why whenever you are getting into something new, ensure that you do as much as you can actually for your whole life, rather than trying to kind of please people to fit in and not being able to do those things in the long term, and then kind of that creates a tussle or a problem or a fight in your own relationship. So don't try to fit in. Adjustment, absolutely, whenever you're going into a new relationship, a little adjustment here and there is needed, but see how much are you doing. Can you carry that for the whole life? Third, we try to change the other people. Now this is a very, very big problem. Whenever we get into any relationship, we try to change the other person. This becomes a thing for us that, this is how I think, so this is how my partner should think. This is how I act, so this is how my partner should act. But no two people are exactly the same, and you're not meant to be the same, because otherwise you will not grow. The learning or the growth only happens when two people are different. So don't try to change the other person. Yes, like I said, a little bit of adjustment is obviously at all times necessary, but at the same time, don't try to change the other person. Respect the individuality of other person, respect your own individuality, and try to find out the common theme, the common line between the two, but not everything common. So don't try to change the other person. Then this is a very big problem, and this problem that I'm going to talk about has actually come from a lot of videos and YouTube and movies and all of that. This is expecting telepathy. So a lot of people expect telepathy from their partners. They think usually partners, but at times siblings, friends, relatives, parents. But expecting telepathy means that they should know what is going on in your heart. So if you're thinking of if you're wanting something, if you're thinking of something, if you are feeling a need of something, the partner should know at his or her own and give that to you. Telepathy. Now we are not telepathic beings, and we are not souls, right? We are human body, and if we were supposed to be telepathic, we wouldn't have been born with a voice. We are born with a voice because we are needed to kind of voice out the things. So you have to say what you want. When you say what you want, it will be fulfilled. Most probably it will be. In certain circumstances, it might not be because it is not meant to. But you need to say the things. If you want your partner to give you a gift, why not ask for it? What is going bad if you ask for it? Or if you are expecting your partner to say I love you, why don't you say I love you and let your partner respond to it? So don't expect telepathy in your relationships, because all of this has come from soulmates and twin flame and these kind of concepts that they are meant to understand what you are thinking. They are meant to know your heart or your soul. No, absolutely not. That's not true. You're born as an individual. The first love for you is your own self-love, and nobody, and this is very important, nobody in this whole world is meant to actually know what is going on in your heart. You're not telepathic. Nobody else is telepathic. Yes, you might be so connected to the other person that you understand that person, or you understand the needs and wants of that person. Not necessarily the other person will do the same. So that is why don't expect telepathy. Accept yourself and express yourself. You have a throat, you have a voice. Express yourself, express your needs. Because when you expect telepathy, what happens is you're expecting something. Now this doesn't happen. Now you're getting angry and frustrated inside because it did not happen. Now in the first time, you kind of kept it inside. Slowly that will start building up, and that will start creating problems in your relationships, and the other person won't even know what is creating the trouble. So that is why don't put that telepathy thing into the place, and express what you want to say, express what you want, and see if your partner is doing it or not. Another thing is over enthusiasm. Now what happens is, this usually happens in the new relationships. Like I said, fitting in, some people are over enthusiastic. So whenever there is a new relationship that is starting, whether it is a friendship, relationship, love affair, whatever, they are over enthusiastic. They want to do everything for you. Like, I will bring the moon down for you. I love you to the moon and back. But slowly and gradually, that over enthusiasm will actually suppress. It will come to the normal, but the other person will not like the normal you, because you've seen the over enthusiastic you. That is why don't get over enthusiastic in your relationships. Do as much as you can do with being in peace with yourself, and that you can carry for a long time, and be balanced, be grounded. Very important. Now another thing, yes, we absolutely meet wrong people in our life. So it could be that you're doing everything right, you are absolutely on a perfect zone, in a perfect way, not expecting anything, not over enthusiastic, expressing your needs, and everything is fine, but still you're with the wrong set of people. Now why would you be with the wrong set of people? Why would your soul, think about it, why would your soul choose a wrong set of people around you? Because there is a learning that you have attached with these people. And if these people are really wrong, like for example, you're being beaten up, you're being molested or whatever, raise your voice. It is time for you to take a step. Your learning is to take a step. And a lot of people don't take a step because they think that, I don't have a job, I don't know how will I kind of survive if I leave this place, or my parents will not accept me, or the society will not accept me, or things like that. What will happen to my kids, or a lot of things like that. Think about it. A lot of people in the same circumstances also have taken steps and doing good for themselves. It is completely attached to your learning. And if you are into a circumstance where there are wrong people, you are among the wrong people, you have to decide for yourself. I always say there are only two options that we have. Cribbing is not an option. There are only two options we have. One, if we are into a problematic situation, we should better live happily, accepting that, because we cannot do anything about it. For example, a traffic jam. I always give that example. You're stuck, you cannot do anything. Better enjoy it. Second, if you cannot be in this situation, and the situation or people are absolutely wrong around you, take a step, move forward. And don't worry about if you don't know where to go. Don't worry about society. Don't worry about people. When you make your mind to take a step, when you start practicing letting go, when you start practicing positivity, the doors will start open by themselves. So if you are in terms of in a thing where there are absolutely wrong people around you and there is nothing that you can do about it, you are completely you completely kind of pulled down, then take a step. Now again, when I'm saying this, it doesn't mean that your in-laws or people around you or relationships or parents, whatever, they are bad people because they are not doing things according to you, or they are not taking care of you according to your standards, or they are behind your partner's money, or so these kind of things are normal. They happen. They're associated with your learnings. As and when you start learning, as and when you start moving ahead, focusing on your own self, focusing on your own individuality, your own growth, you will see those people kind of slowly and gradually moving away from your life. So this is not really a wrong people. Wrong people is where it is completely suffocating for you to live in it. Difficult external circumstances. Yes, we get into relationship troubles because of difficult external circumstances. What are difficult external circumstances? For example, you're the only earning member in the family. There's nobody else who's earning, and the money problem is there, and you're responsible for a lot of them. Now this is a difficult external circumstance that you can't do much about, but understand your soul has chosen this difficult circumstance, which means there is a learning that you have attached to it. Now second, no matter you be happy about it or you cry about it, but you will have to still, or crib about it, you will have to still take that responsibility up. And like I said, if you have to do something, you're under pressure, or you have to do something, there is no way out of it, then better accept that. When you accept that, that is when you are learning your lesson. Your biggest lesson is to accept that. When you accept that, you are learning your lesson, and you will see situations changing automatically. Okay, now a lot of solution I've given you alongside, but there are some still left, so I'm going to talk about that also. How do you deal with that? One is respect individuality. I've already spoken about it. So respect individuality, your own individuality and the other person's. We are all individuals. We don't have to change for each other. Yes, little bit adjustments we all need to make, but if the other person is not making adjustment, you are making adjustment, think about how far can you go with, can you actually make this without getting frustrated. Now I can share one example. For example, you are and this happens to a lot of people, so you are an earning person in the family, but you have to take all the responsibilities on yourself. You are taking care of your home, your children, your money, your every situation. Now you're getting frustrated over it because the partner of yours only comes, eats, goes to the job, comes back, eats, spends some time, and then goes back to the job. And you think that why am I responsible for everything? Why the other person is not helping me? Can you manage everything at your own? If you can, go ahead, do that. That's your life lesson. You are meant to do that. Don't get frustrated over that. If you're not able to manage everything by yourself, ask for help, or get the house help, or get somebody to help you, rather than getting frustrated over it. So think about a solution rather than fighting with the other person and creating or increasing the problem. Okay. Second, expression as per the time and the situation. So when you have to say something, look at the right time to say it. For example, if you and the other person, two people are fighting, when they are fighting, they are angry, they are not listening to each other. So nobody is listening to the other person. There is no point kind of saying anything. That is why calm down. If you have a point to make, when that person is relaxed, you are relaxed, take a cup of tea or a cold drink or whatever, sit together and talk about it. So expression at the right time in the right way can give you solution. Letting go, very important. Now this is one thing that is a problem with a lot of people, but usually I would say with females, what happens is they are not able to let go. So with men, what happens is that they are fighting with you today, tomorrow they'll forget the reason why they fought, they'll be normal again, but you will not be normal. You'll carry on this, keep on this, carrying on this pain with you for long. Your in-laws did something bad with you, your parents, siblings did something bad with you today. Now after 10 years, after 5 years, they're normal, but you're not normal because you're carrying that thing with you. Let go, very important. Practice let go exercise. Your learning is to let go. So practice let go exercise and let go of what happened, because that was meant to happen at that point in time, because you were meant to let go. You were meant to learn to let go. Okay, another, voicing in the right way. So if you have to say something, it is important that you say in the right way. If your tone is incorrect, if your words are incorrect, then whatever you're voicing will not make any sense. That is why voice in the right way. Now another very important thing, self-love. The world, the people mirrors the behavior that we do with our own selves. So if the whole day you're criticizing yourself, you're telling bad things to yourself, you're not taking care of yourself, you're not loving yourself, don't expect anyone else to love you, and don't expect anyone else to take care of you. So self-love is very important. Don't criticize yourself. Don't say anything negative to yourself. Don't say anything bad to yourself. Love yourself. Feel the completeness that you have within you. You are feminine and masculine. You are complete. So there is nothing that you need to actually get or expect from the people around you. And when you get into that zone, when you have self-love, when you have self-respect, when you take care of yourself, you will not even expect anything from everybody else or the outside world, and everything will start flowing to you automatically. That is why self-love is basically the key to solve any issue in your life. Change of focus, very important. So if there is something that has happened in your life and you are continuously thinking about it over and over again, what you're doing is you're attracting the same thing from the universe. So if somebody did something wrong with you and you are thinking about that wrongdoing the whole time, you are attracting more of the wrongdoing towards you. Change your focus. Make your focus more positive. Make your thoughts more positive. The positive you are, the positive you kind of attract in your life. And that is why you need to change your focus. And when you change your focus, when you let go, when you practice self-love, you will see things and circumstances changing for you. So these are the few things that can help you kind of move past any problem, any issue, any relationship trouble. And if you like this video, please share this with everyone that you can. Share this on your social media, help other people also. And subscribe the channel if you can. Press the like button, that makes the video searchable. Let's see what is the message for you guys. Yang energy. Yang energy is an energy which is of creativity. It's an energy which is the fire in your belly. It is an energy where you go out and you do things, you achieve things. So if there is anything that you want to create, if there is anything that you are wanting to kind of have in your life, you need to use this masculine energy of yours. Masculine doesn't mean man. There's already a video on my channel. Everybody has feminine and masculine energy. So use this masculine energy of yours and be a go-getter. If you're thinking of anything, start planning over it. If you're thinking of achieving anything, start working over it. Let that fire in your belly kind of come out and create what you want to create. You have a lot of energy in you. You can create anything in your life. That is why it is time when you start working on creating something with your energy rather than wasting it. So this person is actually with his hands creating a fireball, and they're all stars on his or her hands. But that fireball is basically an energy ball. It's an orange and yellow, so it is energy of your sacral and solar plexus chakra, and it is very important for you to be use your creativity basically. So if you are there, if there is anything that you're wanting to do, that you're thinking to do, use your creativity and it will help you definitely move forward. So this is what I have for you for today. Please share the topics that you want me to make videos on, and I will make the videos on that, those as and when I get my knowledge or my downloads. And I will see you with the next video very soon. Take care of yourself. Thank you so much. Bye bye.